Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. I know just from the title you should already know what we're going to be talking about. Like, we're going to be gisting.
I love the way that you move, Gucci and Louis and true. Fendi, Percy, baby blue eye, put you in some Jimmy too. Stay down and be my rider, put you in new designer. You want the Ferragamo, Burberry and Armani. I love the way that you move, Gucci and Louis and true. Fendi, Percy, baby blue eye, put you in some Jimmy too. Stay down and be my rider, put you in new designer. You want the Ferragamo, Burberry and Armani. I love the
So in this particular video, I'm going to be telling you guys the different types of F-boys and some of the lies they pretty much tell us and we fall for. Some of the lies we believe. So get your pen, get your paper, and
Jot
jot
things down.
So first things first, I cannot start this video without describing who an F-boy is or what an F-boy is. An F-boy is simply a weak, immature guy who has no respect for women, but he relies on women for validation. Like, he uses women to validate himself, to boast his ego. He has no respect for women, he is distant, he is cold, and he doesn't care about other people's time, and he won't commit. That's just the typical definition of an F-boy. And there are different types of F-boys. Yes, I believe a lot of you who have been watching this video must have encountered men like that, emotionally unavailable men. And trust me, it's a very horrible experience being entangled with an F-boy, because they are just typically selfish human beings. It's like there are different categories, so we really need to be smart, girls. Like, we really need to be smart, because these boys now, they are stepping up their game strong. Oh ha, they are stepping up their game strong, big time. They are stepping up their game big time. So if you're not smart, they'll move you for game. The first type of F-boy that I'm going to be talking about is the ghoster. I believe 90% of women must have encountered this guy. Maybe you meet a guy, along the line you guys are communicating, you guys are getting to know each other, and then along the line you realize that he just goes ghost on you, radio silence, you don't hear anything from him. One thing with F-boys is they are very sleek. They know the right things to say, the right things to do, and they pretty much know the game, and they're going to use it to play you. So baby girl, you have to be very smart. After you realize that you've been ghosted, you get a hey stranger message, or you get a message 7 to 8 months after from this ghost that had ghosted you maybe a year ago or 8 months ago. He's texting you, hey beautiful, hey cutie, hey sweetheart, how you doing? Like, he's texting you like you guys have been cool. Like, excuse me, you went for a whole 6 months, 8, 9, 10 months with no communication, and then you just come on one Sunday morning to text me, hey beautiful, hey sweetheart. What did the Bible say? Allow the dead to bury the dead. If he ghosted you, leave him to stay where he belongs. He's a ghost, so allow him to be the ghost that he is. These guys, they always want validation. An F-boy, this ghoster guy who is an F-boy, what he basically does is he wants to know that he can have you at any time of his life that he wants. So if he feels like he ghosted you 10 months ago and he's coming back after 10 months to come and write you, hey stranger, hey beautiful, hey cutie, and you're so quick to reply, oh yes, I've been waiting for your text. Dummy. That's very dumb move, because trust me, these guys just need validation. They just want to know that they can always have access to you, and that's if you give him a chance to come into your life, just know he's going to play the same game again. So allow the ghost to remain the ghost. F-boy number 2 is the flirt, the chaser. This one's actually very interesting, because whose girl in this 21st century does not like a guy who is a smooth talker, who knows how to flatter, who knows the right words to say, the right things to do? Like, this guy is pretty much the guy who is going to chase you right down to every dungeon that you go to hide, just because he wants to get one thing from you. This is pretty much the flirt and pretty much a chaser. He's going to do everything to get you. Not even because he's emotionally attached to you. It's just the fun of the chase. To them, it's just the fun of the chase. He wants to know that he can have any girl that he wants. So he will do anything possible to have you. This guy will pretty much buy you the best gifts, he's pretty much going to take you on the best vacations, the best trips, the best gifts. He's going to pamper you, he's going to take care of you, he's literally going to spoil you at that point in time when he's trying to chase you. And the chaser is pretty much that guy who you're going to block him and he's going to email you. Like, you're going to block him everywhere, and maybe you see him, he'll pull up at your door, like, he's a guy that you're going to avoid him completely, but he's never going to let you go. Like, he is on your neck. He will not let you go. But at the same time, he doesn't want to treat you right. This is a chaser. He's going to do everything to get you. He's going to do everything to get you. It is like a challenge that he has taken upon himself. That I want to get this girl, I must get her. So he will do anything that he can possibly do to get you. So he will study you, study your weaknesses, study your strengths. He will try to know what you like, what you don't like, so that he can use these things to play his game and get what he wants from you. So you have to be very, very smart, because he's spoiling you, he's pampering you, he's taking care of you, he's doing all these sweet lovey things to you. You think, oh, you're special. He's doing that to 5 or 6 other girls along the line, and probably at the same time. So this guy is pretty much a flirt. He's a big time flirt. He knows the right words to say, the right things to do, the right places to take you to, and he's the guy who's going to take you on these very emotional vacations. Like he's going to take you on vacations that is going to make your mind go crazy. He's going to take you to places that you're just going to be like, oh, really? Like, he's going to do pretty much everything to make you fall in love with him, but he does not have any plan of committing to you. The flirt is pretty much a guy who's going to take you on a date, and he's going to be flirting with you and flirting with your best friend and maybe 3 other girls in the same environment. And he may take you on a date and flirt with you. While you're on a date with him, he's flirting with another girl on the next table. This is just typically who he is, and he's not going to change unless he decides to. And this kind of men, you just need to cut them off, because these are the kind of men who come with a lot of drama. You see girls are fighting over them, like, oh, this is my boyfriend, this is my dad. Typical F-boy. Cut him off. He's going to tell you all the things you want to hear, but he's never going to be real with anything he says or with anything he does, except for when it's something that benefits him. So if you've ever encountered this kind of man, please cut him off. He's a no-no. So the next F-boy is the F-boy in a relationship, the F-boy who has a girlfriend. This is, I would like to call them the 21st century F-boy. These are actually F-boys who have a girlfriend, who are in a relationship. In fact, he's in a serious relationship, but he's still a flirt. He still has the dirty dealings that he's doing outside of the relationship. He's still an F-boy outside of the relationship. He's still an F-boy. Like, he loves his girlfriend, he loves his relationship, but he's still an F-boy. So typically, this is the kind of F-boys that we have in this 21st century. You see a lot of men who are in relationships that are like, oh, I'm in a relationship, but I like you, I'm into you. He's going to do everything to satisfy you, because he knows that he has a girlfriend and he needs to pull extra cards to probably get you to be with him. So he's typically the F-boy with a girlfriend, and to be completely honest, he just wants to keep you at the level of a side chick, or what else, friend to benefit situationship, or whatever situationship he wants to leave you in. He's the kind of guy who's going to tell you, I really like you, but I'm in a relationship and I really wish you could have something. That's just the line. That's the line they always use. I know, yes, I have a girlfriend, but I'm into you. They always say, oh, I'm into you, I like you, this, that, but I have a girlfriend, I have a baby mama, or I have a wife. This is a typical definition of an F-boy who is in a relationship, who is married, or who is committed, who has a baby mama, or has somebody. But he has somebody in his life, but he still wants to have something to do with you. This kind of men are those men who have the mentality of one woman cannot satisfy a man. Most of the times, men who are like this, they feel that commitment is not, they are not obliged to be committed. That's how most of these men reason. And they feel like one woman cannot satisfy a man. They don't have any respect for women. They just see women as a bunch of objects to satisfy them, raise their ego and validate them, build their self-esteem. That's all. They see it as in, oh, I have a girlfriend, I have a baby mama, I probably have a mistress. It's like some kind of, it's like some kind of boast to their ego. They feel like, oh, I can have 3 girls all by myself. Like, I own these women. Like, women are some kind of possession or good to them. Okay, the next F-boy I'm going to be talking about is the narcissist. This is actually a guy who is constantly seeking validation, and he constantly seeks validation from other women. He needs to feel like he's always admired, he's always valued, he's always loved, or a lot of women are admiring him, a lot of women are chasing him, a lot of men. So this guy is typically the narcissistic F-boy, the one who wants everybody to be obsessed with him. He wants you to be obsessed with him. He wants you to continue validating him, making him feel important, making him feel like he matters. That's why, and the way narcissists operate, narcissists, they need constant supply of validation, and once they get supply from you, they mean they get bored, they look for the next supply. So this guy, he goes from one supply to the next. The minute he's bored of you, he's with the next girl. The minute he's bored of the next girl, he's with the other next girl. That's just his life. He's a guy who is going to keep in touch with all his exes for hopes that he's going to have ex benefits. He always makes sure that he has a roster. He does not date only one girl. He does not have only one girl he talks to. He's talking to a lot of girls because he needs that constant supply of validation from all of these women. That's what narcissists crave. That's what they need. So he cannot date only you. You cannot satisfy him on your own. There's the 3 stages in which a narcissist, in a narcissistic relationship, and when a narcissistic fuckboy preys on you, what he does is he love bombs you, he devalues you, and then he discards of you. That's what he basically does. That's the game all narcissists play. So the love bombing stage is when he's showering you with gifts, he's doing everything that is right, he's telling you the right things. In fact, he's basically spoiling you in doing everything right so that you should fall in love with him. Then we go now to the devaluing stage. That's after you're falling in love with him and he has noticed that he's studied all your insecurities, he knows everything that you like and everything that you hate. He studied you, he starts devaluing you, he starts working on your insecurities, he starts making you lose yourself. And then when he's made you lose yourself, he discards of you and goes to the next supply. That's the game. They love bomb you, they devalue you, and then they discard of you. That's just the game the narcissists play. And if you find yourself entangled with a narcissistic fuckboy, a narcissistic F-boy, please run, avoid him. Like, narcissists are a no, they are toxic, very, very toxic. So the next F-boy is actually the Netflix and chill guy, the guy who's going to invite you over for Netflix and chill, but he cannot take you out on a proper date because he doesn't want his other girlfriends or his other girls to see that he's hanging out with you. He's the kind of guy who always does his things very low key. He doesn't want people to know that you guys are having anything. He doesn't want to be seen in public with you. He's very, very lovey-dovey in private, but in public, he acts as if he does not know you. That's a Netflix and chill kind of guy. The guy who's going to call you at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the night, like you're some kind of booty call, like, oh, hello, like, can you come over for Netflix and chill? Did I tell you I don't have a TV in my house? Did I tell you I don't have a Netflix account? It's not at 10 o'clock in the night that you'll be inviting me over to come and watch Netflix and chill. Yes, if the guy cannot take you on a proper date, but he's always, oh, come to my crib, let's watch this movie, let's do Netflix and chill. Like, the guy's not serious. He's all lovey-dovey in private, but in public he acts as if he does not know you. But that's somebody that claims to be interested in you. Cut him off. Typical F-boy. Cut him off like he's a no. This is actually the guy who is going to send you pictures shirtless. He's always shirtless on Instagram. He's posting his body on Instagram. He wants the whole world to know that he has a sexy, nice body. Typical F-boy. Cut him off. So that's pretty much it. I believe I've mentioned majority of different types of F-boys, and we've come to the end of this video. So if you love this video, please give this video a thumbs up. For those of you who are new to my channel, please subscribe, hit the subscribe button. I have a target that I'm trying to get by December, and I need your help. If you don't subscribe, I'll not be able to get it. So please subscribe, share this video, and pretty much like this video. I love you guys, always. I didn't want to make this video too long, but if I didn't mention any of the F-boys and you know any of them, so please just drop a comment on the comment section below at your opinion to this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Love you.